Good morning to all respected sir and my dear friends. Gondwana University has organized online lecture series by Postgraduate Teaching Department of English. Today, 18 May, our guest speaker is respected Dr. Kaustubh sir, working as assistant professor in Sri Govindrao Mundhate Arts and Science College, Kurkeda. Sir has awarded PhD from Gondwana University and published several research papers in conference and journals. Sir also attended various international conferences in the academic career. So I welcome again all of you and request respected Dr. Raut sir to give us valuable guidance. Dr. Raut sir.
Thank you, Sanjana. Thank you very much. Uh, firstly, I good morning to everyone. Recently, I have seen that the firstly I want to say good morning to Dr. Vivek Joshi sir, head of Department of English, Gondwana University, Gadchiroli. Good morning, Vaibhav Masram sir. And firstly, I am thankful to the organizing committee that they have invited me for this online lecture. Uh, from last uh, from last 2 or 3 years, I am working in this profession. So that's why today I'm going to express, or today I'm going to share my experience about this field. And as working in a remote area, as recently Sanjana has already give introduction about me, that I am working in Sri Govindra Mundhate Arts and Science College as a CHB lecturer. So that's why uh, when Vaibhav Masram sir has called me and he asked me that I have to give a lecture, firstly I said no, I have not much experience. But he said that no, sir, you have to give some lecture. So that's why I said that okay. So after that I think that which topic should I finalize. So after thinking on some time, I finalized today's topic, that learning, teaching, and research in English language. For being a teacher in a remote area, how all the students are facing the problem of learning English, or how they are facing some problem in learning English, or the as today's students are of a post graduation, so they are going to be a future teacher. So that's why they are going to be a teacher. So that's why I am going to share my experience in learning, teaching, and after your post graduation, you are going to do a PhD. So, what are the hurdles in the area of research? So, basically, I have divided today's topic in a three phase. First of all, I will focus on learning English. Then I will focus on teaching, how to teach English, and after that I will concentrate towards the research. As we know that English is a global language, and while we are dealing with the English, so English is the third language to us. Okay, so that's why when we think about our remote area students, they have tremendous problem about learning this English. So that's why there are so many texts when we see or when we think about today's topic, that learning, teaching, and research. There are tremendous texts on how to learn English or how to teach English. But I'm going to share my experience, that what kind of experience I got from last 2 or 3 years. Okay. So firstly, I'm going to talk on how you can learn English. When any student is going to learn or learn English, or they are trying to learn English language, they have tremendous fear about it. They think that they are from the remote area, so they can't learn such a language. But as you learn Marathi language, as you learn English language, in the same way you can learn English language also. First of all, the first thing we have to do that we have to eliminate this fear, or we have to overcome from this fear, and we have to build up some confidence. We have to build up some confidence. We have to build up our confidence to learn this language. Vaibhav sir, next PPT please. Next slide please. Due to some technical issue, I have handed over to Vaibhav sir to handle today's PPT. Okay. So as we know that students have tremendous fear to learn this language. When usually I am trying to communicate with the student, or when I ask them some questions in English, so they always try to, they know the answer of some question when I taught any prose or when I taught any poetry in my college, or in certain college, or at that time when I ask something to my student or to any student, at that time they know the answer, but they always have hurdle, or they have some fear to give the answer. So that's why they replied us, or they replied me that sir, can I talk in Marathi, or can I replied in Hindi or in or Marathi. So at that time I always said that you have a fear about English. First of all, while we are doing any new thing, if a fear, if such kind of fear are in our mind, we can't learn any language or anything. The first thing we have to do that, such we have to overcome from such kind of fear. And after, when you will come over from this such kind of fear, the second thing you have to do, that you must show a positive attitude in learning language. When we are thinking about the South Indian people, when we are thinking about the South Indian people, English is their second language. So they are very fluent. They are very fluent in this language. As we know that English is the third language for us. So that's why we must be positive towards learning English language, and we have to admit. We have to admit. Wait a second. Huh? First of all, we have to change our attitude. We have to change our attitude about learning English language. As we know that English is a foreign language. English is a foreign language, and basically we are from the remote area. And when we compare our student from the city student, or from the metro city student, so their English is good. Why? Because from the first standard they are learning in the CBSE, or they have their English background. But when we think about our student came from the ZP student, so that's why their foundation is not good. So from all such type of hurdles, we have to learn this language. So that's why the very important thing is, as we take English as simply as the English, and as we are the human beings, and we can learn this language also. So that's why we have to keep our attitude positive towards to learn this language. Vaibhav sir, next slide. Okay. When we think about today's student, as we know that because of this corona, we have an objective type exam. So that's why the reading, reading or reading or to okay. Sorry for technical disturbance. Okay, am I audible? Am I audible, Vaibhav sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wait a second. Somebody has called me, so that's why there is a disturbance. Okay. I, I, I was saying that यार. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Go ahead. No issue.
Wait a second. Huh? Wait a second. Huh? Vaibhav sir, please disconnect me. I will connect once again. Okay. Please disconnect me.
First, you still continue your session. Your voice is clear. Just some disturbance of your video.
Hello. Okay. Uh, sorry. Sorry. Because of some technical circumstances, I have our lecture is have some hurdles. So okay. We will continue. Please share screen. Please share PPT. Okay. Okay. While we are thinking to become a good speaker, to be uh,
Kaustubh sir, check your voice.
Can you hear me properly now? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Please share the PPT. Okay. Okay. I was discussing that today's pattern has already changed, and because of the objective pattern, students are not have a voracious reader, or they know that they have to tick only answer. So that's why they are not concentrate towards the reading any syllabus, or they have not habit of reading. So that's why to become a good speaker of English, student have to do extra effort. Which kind of effort you have to do? As we know that we have a compulsory English subject, or we have a English literature. As being a student of English literature, you must be a voracious reader. You can read different types of books, or you can how you can develop your English, or how you can develop your communication. At such point you have to concentrate. For that, what you can do, you can read different texts, reading a newspaper, watching English news, or use of dictionary, watching Hollywood movies, or increase vocabulary. As we know that, as I am explaining you all these points, you already know all such points. But what happened, we think that we will do. But if you want to be a master in this language, you have to do a little thing. You have to do a little effort, and one day you will be a good speaker. There is no any a single person that from the first day he knows English. When we think about our mother tongue, as we know that there is a circle in our house, so that's why indirectly we can learn a mother tongue. But as being a student of a Gondwana University, or as being a student of a remote area, we can't get such type of atmosphere. So that's why you have to make some group of your friends, or you have to give some activities, or you have to give some homework to each other, that how you can build up your or how you can learn this English language. For example, you can give some topic to your friend, and you ask him to prepare on this topic, and you have to deliver lecture tomorrow in a canteen. When you are sitting in a canteen, or when you are talking with your phone or on cell phone, at that time try to use this language. Indirectly you will be you indirectly you will learn all this such type of language. Okay. In the age of science and technology, if we want any knowledge, it is only available in English. As we know that if you want to know the culture of any foreign country, or if you want to learn any new term, all all such type of things are available in English only. If you don't know this language, you can't get a sound knowledge, or different you can't learn a different things. For example, if you want to learn a culture of a French country, or if you want to know the culture of any foreign country, at that time we just Google it. All the information we get about that country, it is only in English. So that's why, to live in this globalized in this globalized world, or to compete in this globalized world, we must know this language. To improve writing skill as well as conversation skill, student must do a daily practice. Recently, or in the last point, I have already explained. To improve writing skill, what we do, we just go when we have a final exam. At that time only we just go and write. But we can take an example of Sachin Tendulkar. Sachin Tendulkar is always practicing his game. Why after practicing when he was practicing in a net, at that time, after that he scored many runs in the different types of match. So that's why for developing a writing skill or to be a fluent in English, you must do a daily practice at your home. Okay, next slide please. Vaibhav sir, next slide please. Okay, when we think about a man, as we know that man is a linguistic and a thinking animal. As we know, as we can take an example of as I am talking with you in English. Okay, so human being is a linguistic and a thinking animal. When we compare a human being to a different types of animals, at that time we know that we talk with each other in a certain language. So that's why human being is a linguistic animal. And we are always thinking in our mind. So that's why man is a linguistic and a thinking animal. According to psychologists, without knowing language, man cannot think. According to psychologists, without knowing language, man cannot think. When I am delivering this lecture, in your mind you are thinking about something. It means that you are thinking in your native language, you are thinking in your native language, or you are thinking in your the language which you are familiar with. Okay, so that's why one thing I want to suggest, that one practice which I have made in my life, and which is very beneficial in my life, that is try to practice about you have to change your thinking process. Now when we are thinking about anything, we are thinking in our native language. Okay, so try to think in a English language, try to think in a English language. uh, we always said that there is no anyone who can talk with me in English. But when you have a free time, or when you have developed your thought process in English, at that time indirectly you are talking with yourself in English. And the output of such habit is that indirectly you are becoming a influence, you are developing your language. Try to do this experiment in your life. And this is my own experiment which I want to share with you. ज्या वेळेस आपण एखाद्या गोष्टीचा विचार करत असतो, आपण काय करत असतो, स्वतःच्या भाषेमध्ये आपण विचार करत असतो. द सेम थिंग यू हॅव टू चेंज अँड यू हॅव टू शिफ्टेड युअर थिंकिंग इन अ इंग्लिश लँग्वेज. बरोबर, ज्यावेळेस आपण आपल्या मातृभाषेमध्ये विचार करत असतो, तर तुम्ही इंग्रजी भाषेमध्ये ही तुमची विचारशैली ही डेव्हलप केली पाहिजे. ज्यावेळेस तुम्ही स्वतः विचार कराल, ऍट दॅट टाइम इनडायरेक्टली यू आर टॉकिंग विथ युअर सेल्फ इन अ इंग्लिश. ओके. To think means to talk in mind. As we said, thinking is a silent speech. To think means to talk in a mind. As we said, thinking is a silent speech. Recently, I have explained this point. If student become a good speaker and a good writer of English, then it will be very beneficial in his professional skill. When we thinking about being a student of English literature, you must be a good speaker of English, and you must be a good writer of English. When we are thinking about any profession, for example, if you are going to be a assistant professor of English, or if you want to do career in a marketing area, or in any sector in a marketing area, if you have completed your MBA, or in any sector, if you want to do a work, you must be a good speaker, and you must be a good writer in English. And this all these things will be beneficial in your life. If you want to give any interview, at that time they will ask you a question in English. They are not going to ask you any question in Marathi. So that's why this language is very important. As I already said, that from being a student of a remote area, our language is not much good. So that's why we have to do a very hard work to develop all these things. Okay, and okay, next slide. Now I have shifted towards the teaching. How we can teach English? Okay, in English teaching, there are so many trends and thinking are implemented. As we know that there are so many institutions. They are working. There are so many institutions on state level or in the Indian level. There are so many institutions, and as the trend has changed, we have developed so many technologies. So that's why there is a different types of with the help of different types of technology, we are we are teaching English language. Okay, usually for teaching, teacher applied a lecture method. We For this point we can take an example of our university. For example, respected Dr. Joshi sir or Dr. Vaibhav sir usually use this method. Okay, usually use this method. Which method? Lecture method. Okay, he just came to in your class, or when he teach you any prose or any poetry or any drama, usually he used the lecture method. So after that, when you will develop your career as a teacher of English language or English literature, you have also adopt this method, that is the lecture method. Teaching should not be a one way, it should be a two way. As we know that we are applied a lecture method. So while applying a lecture method, teaching should not be a one way, it should be a two way. If any lecture has came in your class and he simply give you a lecture, and if you don't get anything, there is no beneficial of his teaching. So that's why it should be a two-way traffic, it should not be a one-way traffic. So it's our duty. Now I am explaining you as to be a teacher, that you are going to be a future teacher, how which kind of things you have to apply in your teaching. So that's why I want to share my experience. If you just went to any class and you are giving a lecture, and if your student is not getting anything, that your teaching is meaningless. So that's why try to involve your student in your teaching. It's our responsibility that our teaching is the things which we are explaining, the things which we are explaining are getting to our students or not. Today's student have not good foundation, he is weak in writing, reading and in studying. As I have already explained this topic, that being a student of a from a remote area, there are some students who have a sound knowledge of English language, but maximum students are not good in writing or in reading or in studying. So that's why first of all we have to change, we have to develop some curiosity in them, and how they can develop their writing, how they can develop their reading skill, or how they can study as much as possible. I am not studying means not only about syllabus. Studying an English language, or to be a good reader, to be a good writer, how we can, what kind of things we have to do for our student. So that's why we have to concentrate on this point also. Next point, please. Next slide, please. For the overall development of the teacher, student must try his level best and do extra effort. As we know that uh, students are always follow his teacher. Students are always follow his teacher. In our life, in everyone's life, we have some guru, and we are always try to follow them. We have some icons. So that's why for the overall development of students, we teachers should do some extra teachers have to do some extracurricular activities. For example, they can conduct some seminar or story writing competition, or we can give them chance to teach the whole class. We can give some topic, different topics, and we can ask them to prepare on that topic, and we can arrange some speech of our student. So in this way, or we can take different types of activities. For example, vocabulary competition, debate competition, eloquence competition. From such type of competition, we can there will be an overall development of our student. For active participation of students, teacher can arrange small seminar discussion among students in the class. As we know that in the lecture method, such activities can't possible, but for the overall development, we have to do all such things, to arrange small seminars or discussion about, among students in the class. Okay, teacher must develop curiosity in the students. Now this point is very important today, as we know that we are living in the technological world. Because of all this Facebook, because of this YouTube, our thinking process or our curiosity day by day is lacking. So that's why the first thing we have to do, develop some curiosity among the student. When there will be a curiosity, some different type of question student is going to ask to the teacher. And when such type of different types of questions are came to the student, at the same time we have to update our knowledge. So that's why we have to develop a curiosity among the student. To become a good teacher, you must be a good learner. This thing is applicable to each and everyone. This thing is applicable to each and every teacher. For giving a good lecture or to share a good knowledge, you must be a good learner. If you have stopped learning, you can't be a good teacher. If you have stopped learning, you can't be a good teacher. So for becoming a good teacher, you must be a good learner. When we will learn a new thinking or a new knowledge, at that time only we can share all our experience with our student. So that's why to become a good teacher, you must be a good learner. Next slide. Okay. As Ravindranath Tagore said, a teacher can never teach unless he is still learning himself. A lamp can never light another lamp unless it continues to burn its own flame. As we concentrate, as we seen the wording of Ravindranath Tagore, what Ravindranath Tagore said, a teacher can never teach unless he is still learning himself. It means that if we have stop our learning, we can't teach. A lamp can never light another lamp unless it continues to burn its own flame. It means that if that lamp has stopped of lighting, he can't give a light to a new lamp or to another lamp. So that's why a lamp can never light another lamp unless it continues to burn its own flame. Lecture method have its own importance. Now we have seen that as being a teacher of English language, we all have adopt a lecture method. So that's why lecture method have its own importance. So while delivering or while using this method, we do not lecture to your class but talk to your pupils. It means that when you came to your class, at that time, you just don't give lecture, but your class must be a that you are talking with your pupils. It means your pupils or your student must be a friendly with you. If they have any questions, they can easily ask with you. If you have shown different types of attitude to your student, if they have any queries, they can't ask you. So that's why do not lecture to your class but talk to your pupils. It means that we must be friendly with our pupils. as as teaching in an art, teacher is an artist. As we know that teaching is an art. So that's why being a teacher of English, we must be a artist. When we have different kinds of qualities, when we are a good speaker of English, when we have a thorough knowledge, when we have thorough knowledge of different types of things, at that time only, or when you are teaching any drama, when you are teaching any prose, or when you are teaching any poetry, at that time you must feel or you must be a part of that drama. You must be a part of that drama. when you are delivering any dialogue, at that time you have to be a character of that drama. So that's why being a teacher of English or being a teacher of any subject, you must be a possess a good qualities in you. Okay, next slide please. Next slide please. Okay, now because of the lack of time, now I will concentrate toward the research, as today's topic is learning, teaching, and research in English language. Now I have finished learning, and after that I have talked on teaching. Now I will concentrate about research. As with uh, as being a researcher, already I have gone through this process because I have completed my PhD from Gondwana University, Gadchiroli. So that's why I have a little experience about my research. So that's why that experience I want to share with you. uh, as we know that when we think about Indian students, so Indian researchers are very new in the field of research. As we know that after our post graduation we can do our research. After our post graduation we can do our research. So the students which who are now in the second year of their post graduation, after their completion of PG, they can do their research. So this area is very new. So that's why while we are while we are being while we are admitting for PhD, or while we are thinking about doing a research, at that time we are very new in this field. So that's why we are facing tremendous problem. We are facing tremendous problem. Every researcher facing many problems during his research. Okay, researcher must read 1 to 2 texts of research. While you are doing your research, you have to do one thing. You have to do one thing. This thing I have not done. I have not done this thing, but I want to share my experience that if you want to do any research, please try to read good books on research. Don't plainly decide in your life that you have to do PhD, I have to do PhD, I have to do PhD. When you will enrolled in the process of PhD, or when you will get enrolled in the university for PhD, from the first day you will facing the problem. So that's why the first thing you have to do, that researcher must read 1 to 2 texts on research. While we are thinking about research, or while we are thinking about our quality of PhD, we have seen that there is a lack. There is a quantity of researcher, but there is a lack of quality. there uh, there are so many people who are doing research or who are doing PhD, but they what they we can't see a quality of work. There is only a quantity, but we can't see a quality of work. So that's why first of all, first thing we have to do that, we have to concentrate about the process of research. What is mean by research? Which kind of methodology we have to use in practicing while we are doing a research in English. So that's why such kind of text, first of all, you must read. Next slide please. Okay. There are some important points which I want to share with you. That according to researcher interest, he must select his topic. So now, when we are thinking about this topic, when you will complete your post graduation, at that time you have decided that I have to do PhD. The first question arises in your mind, that at what topic I am going to do a PhD. So that's why we just go to any guide, or we just contact to our teachers that, sir, I want to do PhD, so please suggest me a topic. But this is a very wrong way, because while your teacher or your guide don't know which is your interested area, which things you like to do, which is your strong area, or which is at which on what topic you are going to do a research. So that's why, first of all, according to your interest, you have to select your topic. It is not good for researcher to depend upon his guide or on others while selecting a topic. While you are going to finalize your topic at that time, first of all, you have to check your interest. First of all, you have to ask yourself that on which sector I can do a work, either in the section of poetry, either in the section of prose, or either in the section of autobiographies, or either you can select a comparative study, or the sector which you want. According to your interest, you have to select your topic. The next point is the area of selected topic should be limited. It not must be vast. Now, while you have finalized your topic, or while you are going to finalize your topic, at that time it should be limited. It should not be a vast. If your topic being a vast, for example, if you have taken a two or three authors, or if you have decided a number of works of a single author, if you have finalized it two authors and you have taken up 10 books or 12 books, then that topic will become a vast, and it is, you can't give your 100% to your research. So that's why, while you are finalizing your topic, it should be a limited, and it should not be a vast. Okay, don't finalize the title of the topic without much reading on it. When you are going to finalize your topic, don't don't finalize the title of the topic. When you are going to finalize the topic, that is fine. So first of all, you have to read a material, different types of material which is available, reading, which are available related to your topic. Don't finalize your title. If you have finalized your title of your topic, then it will be a restricted area. So that's first of all, you have to read a secondary material of the topic which you have selected. After that, when different types of ideas are generated in your mind, or when you will get a good knowledge of your topic, at that time you can finalize your title of the topic. Okay. After that, a language in the thesis should be simple and understandable. It should not be ornamental. What happened? Many students think that if we have used a ornamental language or a polished language, it is not important. The important thing that the thing which you are writing, or the thing what you want to say, it should be understandable. The research which the thing which you want to say in your research, it should be understandable to the referee or to the readers of your thesis. So that's why it is not necessary that the language which you are going to use, it should be a ornamental. It is only a understandable. The things which you want to explain from your thesis, or the points which you want to explain in your thesis, it should be a understandable. After that, the next point is reference is very important in research. This point is very important. Without reference, we can't say anything. While you are giving reference, or while you are using any reference, at that time you have to give a reference at the end of the chapter, or in the work cited area. So that's why, if you are using anybody's quotation without giving reference, then it will came in the plagiarism. While you are giving a proper reference of the things which you have used other person's material, then it is permittable. It is permittable, because that material which you have used, or the paragraph or the wording which you have used of another person, that reference you have to give in your research. If you have not given such type of reference, then that paragraph will be cited, or will be came in the plagiarism, and it will be not good for your research. Okay, next slide please. Okay. If researcher has not given correct reference, then that sentence will come in the plagiarism. I have already explained this. Researcher must lead at least two texts related to his selected topic. It means that if you have finalized your topic, or if you have finalized your title, you must read two or three theses related to your topic, or related to your topic. because of while you are reading all such type of thesis which is related to your topic, there will be a generation of different types of thoughts in your mind, and there will be a clearance of the concept, the things which they have put it in that thesis. Different types of ideas you can take from that thesis, and you can apply in your research work also. Okay, UGC and university have given some guideline about the process of PhD. Every student must go gone through it. As we know that UGC and every university, for example, Gondwana University have their special guideline. Rashtra Sant Tukaroji Maharaj University have their own guidelines. So that's why, and all such guidelines you can get in the site of UGC or on the site of every university. For example, if you want to do research, or if you want to do PhD in the Gondwana University, you can get all such type of guideline on the site. So you must gone through it. While doing research, every researcher must follow the correct research methodology in his thesis. As we know that while doing your research, we have to adopt a descriptive and analytical methodology in our thesis. If you are the student of science, there are different methodology. If you are the student of economics, there is a different methodology. So every subject have their different methodology. So that's why we have to use a proper methodology when you are doing your research. After that, last point is, for citation we have to follow MLA style book, the book 8. And MLA is long form is the modern language association. When you are going your citation, or when you are going your proper reference, at that time we have to follow the MLA style. We have to follow the MLA style according to MLA book 8. Now the now this eighth edition is going on, or eighth edition is applicable for the citation in subject English. Okay, in this way I have concluded about today's session. uh, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Sir told us learning, teaching, and research in English language. We must learn English language because English language is important for us. So now we can for
Thank you, Kaustubh sir, for the wonderful and informative sessions on teaching English. And there's some you discuss about the several key aspects related of to the beginner of the research, and you uh, explain the some key terms in the research field. Your session will always beneficial for our students. Now we are moving towards to the question and answer sessions. If any have any questions from to the students, you ask to Dr. Kaustubh sir.
Uh, Good morning, sir.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning, Vishwajit. One question is from our first year
Yes, sir.
student, Vishwajit, to Dr.
Okay.
Uh, Sir, my question is that, sir, I belong from a rural area. Then how can I spread English here?
um, yes, your question is very important and a very basic question, and every student have this question in their mind. So you have asked that you are from the rural area.
Yes, sir.
can you repeat your question? Can you
Yes, sir.
repeat your
Sir, I
question,
belong
please?
from a rural area. Then how can I
Okay.
spread English here?
How can you spread English there?
Yes, sir.
How can you spread English there? Okay. How can you spread English there? Okay. First of all, you this is a very basic question, and if you have spread English language to your place, then it is beneficial to you also, because
Yes, sir.
uh, there will be some persons, there will be a good company to you for to convert to have a good conversation in English. So the one thing you can do that, first of all, you have to made some circle, or you have to made some circle, or you have to discuss with your friends that when they will meet, when you are going to meet with your friends, you can talk in English only. You can talk in English. For example, how are you, what are you doing, where are you going, such kind of simple questions. If you are, you can ask to your next person, at that time he can reply it very easily. So in this way you can spread English language in your place. So first of all, you have to make one group of 10 or 20 students. You can do in you can make some WhatsApp group also.
Yes, sir.
If you have, for example, today we have meet through Google. You can use a Google Meet, or you can use a Zoom meeting. Okay, through Zoom meeting, if the peoples are connected of your place, so you can talk in English with them also. In this way you can spread English in your place. Okay.
Vishwajit, is this okay with the reply of Dr. Kaustubh, sir? Okay. Priyanka, any questions to Dr. Kaustubh, sir? Sir, another one is question in the chat box is about the what are the trending areas in English literature
What
in
are the
research?
trending areas in research? Okay. What are the trending areas in research? Okay, actually, the important point which I have not explained, that is, your topic must be unique and your topic must be new. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so that's why there are so many topics. For example, there are so many topics. For example, if you can select, for example, I can take my topic. My topic was revolt against fundamentalism in the selected works of Taslima Nasrin, Tehmina Durrani, and Deborah Eilish. So my topic is revolt against fundamentalism. So you can take such kind of thing, such kind of topic related to another literature. For example, my area was South Asian literature. You can take such kind of movements, such kind of fundamental movements you can see in the America, or from in the area, in the England, or in another countries also, or in India also. So you can take this as a this as a topic. And another topic is, if you are interested in Indian literature, so you must think about today's trend. For example, you can go, you can think about the Dalit literature. So when you are think about Dalit literature, at that time there are so many writers from Andhra Pradesh, or from Tamil Nadu, are from Kerala. So you can select this author. I am not talking about the Maharashtrian writer, Maharashtrian Dalit literature. There are so many people who have doing already research in Dalit literature. But if you want to do research on Dalit literature, you can select author from Tamil Nadu, or from Kerala, or from the south sector. You will get such kind of authors. Okay. So again, there is a one new topic, that is film adaptation. That is the film adaptation. For example, we can take an example of film adaptation. For example, we have our Bollywood movie Omkara. Okay, So as we know that that Omkaran movie is taken from the drama Othello. So you can go through this topic also. Film adaptation. Film adaptation means the from the drama Othello we have the movie Omkara. How this adaptation is taken from film to sorry, from drama to film. So such kind of, this is also one new topic. You can select this new topic for your research. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir, for your beautiful
Uh,
on our student question. Any question is from the participants? Once again, I hand over the session to Sanjana.
Thank you,
Hello, sir.
sir. Now,
Hello, sir.
yes, yes.
I would like
Somebody want to
to
ask?
request
Sanjana, wait.
Manisha to.
Sanjana, wait.
Sanjana, wait, wait.
Okay,
Somebody
okay.
want to ask a
One
question.
question is from
Okay.
one question is from the audience.
So, thank you, Kaustubh, sir. I don't have any questions, but my gratitude to you for all you have done, which especially me and students will never forget you, because I truly appreciate you and your time to spend helping special student in many occasions. And thank you very much for these lovely sessions, Kaustubh, sir. And I enjoy every minute of your lecture and as well as your marvelous for the session.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
It's a very big comment for me. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Atul sir, for your valuable remarks on Dr.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Over to you, Sanjana.
Thank you, sir. I would like to request Manisha to propose a vote of thanks. Over to you, Manisha.
Namaste, sir. Namaste, everyone. Good afternoon to each one of you present here. I'm Manisha Hilko, student of the Gondwana University, MA first year. It, gi- it gives me an immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for the event of No Series, Session 5. I would like to thank our chairperson of the program, Dr. Vivek Joshi, sir, Head Postgraduate Teaching Department of English, Gondwana University, Gadchiroli. I would like to thank, on behalf of my college, I extend a hearty vote of thanks to our guest, Dr. Kaustubh Raut sir, Department of English, Sri Govindarao Murghate College, Kurkheda. He gave us valuable guidance in learning, teaching, and research in English language, who spared time from this busy schedule to grace the occasion. Today, we have got a lot of information which will truly help us in our life. Your thoughts have enlightened our minds and have shown as a new path. Wholeheartedly, thank you, sir. I would like to thank to all teaching and non-teaching staff, Facility Department of English, Gondwana University, Gadchiroli. I would like to thank all participants too for participate in such a webinar. Thank you again for truly memorable afternoon. So thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Joshi sir. Thank you, Vaibhav sir, that you have invited me for today's session. And because of some technical issues, there is a disturbance. And thank you that patiently you have heard me, and I can share my views. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kaustubh sir, for your valuable time to the Noise Series 2.0. Thank you, our host Sanjana, thank you, our host Manisha and Priyanka, and all the participants from in English first year and second year, and to the across to the Gondwana University. Thank you all on the behalf of the postgraduate department.
Oh.